Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're digging into a blueprint that promises to turn your social media profile into your most effective employee? Yeah, one that literally never sleeps. It's called the Calm Blueprint, and we're about to break down exactly how it's supposed to work. So let's start with a pretty bold question, right? Can your Facebook profile actually become your best salesperson? I mean, for most of us, it's just a profile. But what if you could engineer to do all the heavy lifting of finding clients for you 24/7? That is the wild promise we're going to unpack today.
You know, if you're a coach, a consultant, or maybe you're in a field like insurance or real estate, this probably sounds all too familiar. It's that constant, nonstop chase for new leads. It's pouring money into ads that don't quite hit the mark. And it's that up and down roller coaster of not knowing where your next client is coming from. Honestly, it's an exhausting way to run a business.
But this system we're looking at, the Calm Blueprint, it's all about a different philosophy. Now, what's interesting is that the source material never actually spells out what CALM stands for. Instead, it seems to focus on the feeling it creates, that shift away from the chaos of chasing clients to the, calm of building an automated machine that brings them right to you. It's a total change in your approach.
And this right here, this is the core promise, pulled straight from the source material. The entire system is built on this one really powerful idea, that your personal profile, something you already have and use, can be methodically turned into your #1 source for new business.
So how is this machine actually built? Well, it's not some magic trick. It's a really structured 5-phase process. Let's go ahead and take a look at the actual roadmap.
Okay, so here are the 5 phases. It all kicks off with profile optimization, because you got to make that first impression really count. Next up is the lead funnel setup. That's all about creating a clear path to capture anyone who's interested. Then you build trust with a super targeted content strategy. The real power, though, comes from automation and follow-up to nurture those leads behind the scenes. And finally, conversion and tracking, so you can actually see what's working and make it even better. Each step just builds right on top of the last one.
So that very first phase is all about turning your profile from just a passive page into your #1 lead magnet. And a lead magnet is just something valuable you offer for free that attracts potential clients. Your profile basically becomes your digital storefront, and it has to grab someone's attention from the very first second they land on it.
All right, so once your profile is optimized, the real engine of this system kicks in, and that's the content strategy, phase 3. This is where you actually build that deep trust. We're not talking about posting random pictures or thoughts here. It's about posting with a very clear purpose to establish yourself as the authority in your space.
And this strategy stands on 3 main pillars. First, you've got educational posts where you teach your audience something valuable and solve a small problem for them. Second, there are story-driven posts that create a real, personal connection and show the human behind the brand. And third, you have proof-based posts. Think client testimonials or case studies that just flat out prove you get results. Altogether, these things build incredible layers of trust.
And the system doesn't just throw theory at you. It gives you practical tools to actually do all this. As you can see here, there are things like a content vault that's packed with post ideas for when you have writer's block, or a DM swipe file with proven scripts to help turn a simple like on a post into an actual sales conversation. These are tools designed to take all the guesswork out of the equation. And that brings us to phase 4, automation. This right here is where the system really starts working for you around the clock, making sure that no potential lead ever slips through the cracks.
The key piece of tech here is a messenger bot. And it's really simple. It's just an automated program that starts talking to people who interact with your profile or your posts. It can answer their basic questions, it can send them resources, it can even tag them as a potential lead for you to follow up with later, all without you having to lift a finger.
And this quote just gets right to the heart of it. It's all about creating a system that nurtures interest and starts those crucial conversations for you, whether you're in a meeting, out with your family, or literally asleep. It's a true force multiplier for your time.
So when you put it all together, the optimized profile, the strategic content, the automated follow-up, and then you track the results in the final phase, what you get is a really fundamental shift. You stop anxiously chasing leads and you start calmly cultivating them.
The slide really just sums up the whole trade-off perfectly. You're leaving behind that old way of doing things, the expensive ads, the manual grind, the chasing, and you're adopting this new organic approach that's built on real content and smart automation. The result isn't just different. It's designed to be way more scalable and sustainable for the long run.
So why does any of this matter? Well, the transformation that's being promised here goes way beyond just getting more leads. By creating this automated system, the goal is to generate a much more consistent income. By letting the system do the heavy lifting, you reduce that feeling of professional overwhelm. And by doing both of those things, you ultimately get to reclaim control of your time.
At the end of the day, this system isn't being sold as some kind of short-term tactic. It's a blueprint for building a business that doesn't need you to be on 24/7. The goal is to create a real asset, one that grows with you and is actually built to last.
And that really leaves us with one final question for you to think about. I want you to look at your own online presence right now. Is it a powerful asset that is actively working for you, attracting new opportunities and building trust? Or does it feel more like a chore, just another obligation you have to maintain? Your answer to that question might just reveal where your biggest opportunity for growth really is.